Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills, this is Brock Shimano. Today is Tuesday the 14th, and we had a relatively mixed day here in the grain complex. Let's turn right over to the Firetip trading platform, see where we closed off the day here. Corn for July delivery trading down 2 3/4 cents. Soybeans trading down 3 cents. Wheat in Chicago up 2.5, and Kansas City wheat trading up 1/4 cent. Now, one thing that is kind of interesting here is if you take a look at the daily corn chart here, we have a pretty interesting landscape. Brock, maybe you could walk us through what you're seeing.
That's right, Cody. This is the July corn chart here. We're looking at a candlestick chart, and each bar is worth 1 day of information. You can see yesterday that we rallied pretty substantially in the corn market, and today we did really go up and meet some resistance. I think the 50-day moving average right around that 657 area was kind of the area that we were watching today. We did meet some resistance there. We probably saw a little bit of profit taking around that area. We did also see funds sell about 3,000 contracts there as well. But if we were to actually get above this area of resistance, I think the next area that we're going to be looking at is this bottom side of the gap that we made after the quarterly grain stocks report in the end of March. This area, the bottom side right here, is about 676 area. So if we do break above here, we're going to be looking at 676. We potentially have 20 cents to move to the upside, but it's going to take some fundamental news to push us a little bit higher at this point.
Yeah, and you know, oftentimes we do see these gaps get filled, but you got to keep an eye out for those price points. Like you were saying, that 676 level should offer up pretty significant resistance if we get up around there. Let's take a look at the soybean chart, and this is just exactly like the corn chart here. It's a candlestick chart. We're looking at 1 day worth of price activity. Of course, the chart itself, the landscape looks a bit different. You'll notice here that I drew a line, and now this is kind of a trend line going from the highs that we saw back in September to the highs that we saw here in February, and you'll notice that we're trading right around that trend line, and there's an area that I think we'll be seeing resistance. If we're able to break above that, though, I do not believe that this is the end of this bearish trend that we've been observing since the highs of September. I really think what will most likely happen is we'll be able to kind of drift higher here and move up to that kind of 1450, 1470 area. That's really the high side of this channel that we've been trading for the last couple of months. I think, considering the cash market, considering how strong basis has been here in the last few weeks, I think there is a possibility that we do end up breaking out of this trend. But don't look at this as the renewal of this bullish trend. I think we need a lot more fundamental news to make that happen.
And really, the fundamentals have been pretty weak lately for soybeans. Tomorrow we do get some more information on the soybean market. We get the NOPA crush numbers. And let's just take a look at the analyst estimates for tomorrow's report. Take a look at this table here. You can see the average of the analyst guess polled by Reuters is for 125 million bushels to be crushed. That was crushed during the month of April. There's a pretty wide range there, 121 million to 129 million bushels, but it's still quite a bit lower than where we were in March at 137 million bushels. So that's something we're definitely going to have to watch tomorrow morning. If we do get a number coming in substantially larger than 125 million bushels, that could be the catalyst to push us above that trend line that you were talking about. But like you said, Cody, I think it's an overall still a bearish trend that we're in. You know, if I'm a producer and I'm looking at this, you're going to want to be looking at maybe pricing some of your old crop soybeans that you might have left in the bin out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I had mentioned, you know, if we're able to break above that trend line, you want to look at kind of that high side of the channel as areas, target areas to perhaps do some of that pricing that you were mentioning, Brock. But other than that, that wraps up this afternoon's GrainTV. If you have any questions about what we talked about, please visit us at grainhedge.com. You can send us an email or you can give us a call at 877-472-4607. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here tomorrow.